So here we have the tower mount amplifier control panel up and running. It's an HTML based control panel, so any computer with a browser and an Ethernet jack can connect to the amp and monitor and control it. It's a pretty straightforward panel. We have several indicator icons up here to show the various states of the subcomponents within the amp, the internal amp 1 and amp 2, forward and reflected power detection warnings, system temp warning, and the status of the fan banks. If there were to be an issue or a problem with any of these systems, the icons would turn red. Right below that we have the amp on-off control and the attenuator control. The attenuator can be set with the arrow keys here, or the value can just be typed in and clicked to lock that value in. The attenuation range of this product right now is about 0 to 31.5 dB, and whatever you set it to, the value is reflected here. Forward and reverse power are measured and displayed here, and the amp temp is displayed right here. Right now we're doing very low power output because the amp is actually not on, or it's on but there's no RF running through it, so let's turn on our generator, get some power going through it. So with the amp on now, or the signal generator on, we have about 30 watts going through the amplifier. Reflected power is still good. The amp is currently hooked up to a 50 ohm load in a system, and we'll probably see the amp temperature creeping up as everything warms up. This area below here is where a critical error message will be displayed, such as the amp has become way over temp and is about to shut off to protect itself, or a very excessive forward or reflected power is detected within the amp. To kind of show how the reflected power works, we'll now unscrew the output connector of the amplifier, so it will now be looking into an open load from a nice 50 ohm load, and all the output power is going to be reflected back into the system. I'm just unscrewing that right now. You can see that we're above 30 watts of reflected power, and the warning came up and the indicator light, or the indicator icon color changed. We'll screw the output connector back on. And we're back to a nice 30 watts out and a low reflected output power. Can also show the attenuator setting here. Let's set it to 3 dB right now. The setting currently refreshes down here, and as you can see, we're about 3 dB lower in power than we were before. Take it back to 0, back to 30 watts, maybe set it to 10. We're at 35 dBm, 10 dB less. So that's how that works. Pretty simple.